Good morning. Y'all up? All right. Today's lesson in adaptability is brought to you by my Under Armour walking app. Now, if y'all know anyone that is responsible for sponsorship for that Under Armour walking app, put me on. I would love to be their sponsor because I use them every day. And my second and actual sponsor is Lawrence Williams over at 9 Dot Security Systems. You can talk to them about all of your security needs, specifically for small businesses. A lot of companies, all the companies that have government contracts are going to have a specific certification to even be able to work with the federal government. Anyone from whether you cut grass or if you work specifically with inside of those organizations. So go ahead and check out Lawrence and Mike over at 9 Dot Security Systems. All right, let's get into it. So it seems like every bit of traffic just came on the road, like right now, like all the traffic. So I don't know if you noticed from my heading, it says, I'm not a gardener. But do you ever consider like roses or hydrangea or any of those beautiful flowers, and you see them and they're growing, but there's all of these other smaller parts that pull away from the overall beauty and functionality, I dare say, of the plant. So we'll talk about roses, like rose bushes. When those rose bushes start spreading out and getting all over the place, that gardener or that owner has to go in and prune all of those little succulent parts that are pulling away from the greater good of the overall rose bush. And I think about that process. You know it's for the greater good. You know that if you want that rose bush to thrive and to have its most beautiful roses, that rose bush has to be pruned. Those little succulent parts that pull away and take the nutrition from the larger part of the rose bush, they have to be cut away. And I think about, there's like a double pain there. I think about that gardener, because although those roses are growing and they look so beautiful, that gardener still has to cut those succulents, those straggly pieces away for the greater good. And then on the other hand, I think about that rose bush and how it must hurt so bad. How it must hurt so bad to have those little straggly pieces cut off. And this message came to me last night while I was in my virtual writing group. My dad has, Father's Day is coming, and my dad has really been on my heart lately. And just as I was writing and after I was done writing, like it just landed on me, like landed on my chest, like heavy about pruning and how it hurts and how it's not always for the greater good. But those sucklings and those stragglers, they need to be cut away for the overall value of the rose bush. You are the rose bush. I am the rose bush. So while some of those straggling pieces, they're still beautiful and they're still pretty, but you know in your heart of hearts that they are pulling away. They are pulling away on your energy. They're pulling away on your effort. They're pulling away on your ideas and presenting them as their ideas. Although they come across beautiful and they come across like they're helping and they come across like they're a part of the rose bush, but they're not a part of your rose bush and they're not a part of my rose bush. So those pieces and parts and struggles, they just gotta be pruned. Yes, that shit is gonna hurt, but for your greater good, for the greater good of all the roses and all the roses that you'll produce in the future, they gotta go. And so, is it gonna hurt? Is it gonna hurt you, the gardener? Is it gonna hurt the plant? Is it gonna hurt the actual suckling? Maybe it'll hurt them, maybe it won't, because it depends on the intentions, and that's not for me to know what your intentions are. It's what your actions are. So the meaning of this lesson is cut that shit off. If those sucklings are not nurturing and they're pulling and they're taking away from the greater good of your rose bushes, are you going to sacrifice the beauty of the whole rose bush for a couple of sucklings? They still look pretty, but they aren't for you. And you know which sucklings that need to be cut off, because they suck at your energy. They suck at your hope. They suck at your dreams. And you question why you even have them in your life. Because it's easy for us sometimes, as being so adaptable and being so nice, that we let a lot of people ride when we should have pushed them off that damn ride long ago. Yes, they made the height requirements. Yes, they tall enough, but they shouldn't have been on that ride with you. And you knew that at first. So this lesson is adaptability, is pruning. Yes, it hurts, but it's for the greater good. All right, guys, have a great day. I got to get this walk in. Looks like it's going to rain. All right, ciao.